Field, unique venue in the baseball park for a college football game. Minnesota won the toss. They have deferred, so West Virginia is going to get the ball first, and here we go. From Phoenix, and the kickoff a little bit short of the goal line, so it is returnable. And right away, we see a little pitch back that Minnesota was ready for. Winston Wright ended up with the football, but good special teams coverage from the Golden Gophers.
Yeah, good thing to have trickeration, but you got to trick them. For him all season long.
Been a lot of good this year, been some not so good. A little pressure came. West Virginia picked it up. Daggy, though, not getting rid of the ball, finally does throw it up, and it is incomplete. Knocked away. Man, that play, he had forever to find somebody open, and he couldn't do it.
Yeah,
seasons ago, but Minnesota feels like he can still play some of his very best football tonight and leading into 2022. A play fake on the first play of the game, and he delivers a strike for completion to Daniel Jackson, and that looks to be just enough. Well, about a half-yard short of a first down. Very banged up for a lot of the year. They are healthy right now. Tight end goes in motion on second down and short, and a handoff straight ahead run for a nice gain and a Minnesota first down. That's Kai Thomas. It's kind of a 1-2 combo right now. Two freshman running backs with all the injuries Minnesota has had at that position.
Yeah.
Normally facing. Morgan in the shotgun. Has time across the middle and right there on target for a completion to Dalen Wright. First down, Golden Gophers. Kirk Shiraka, who had great success at Minnesota with P.J. Fleck a couple years ago, is going to come back to the program. Handoff on first down, and Thomas with a nice run inside the 10 for another Minnesota first down.
The right side.
Play clock again winding down. Morgan looking left, and he's not going to get away. He gets sacked. And that's Dante Stills, who had a great year. Matthew Trickett, the place kicker, out for a 33-yard attempt, and that kick is up and no good. He missed it. Chase Field in downtown Phoenix. No score, 3rd and 6. Out of the timeout, West Virginia. Daggy with pressure coming, gets hit and kind of floated one up there that gets knocked down, almost intercepted. It'll be 4th down.
Perfect. Oklahoma and Iowa State are pretty good defensive teams as well.
Tanner Morgan going deep. That one is caught in traffic. Dalen Wright once again, his second big play already in this game. 3, and it could be that for Minnesota, they're thinking we got 2 plays to get 3 yards. Handoff, Thomas, they don't need 2 plays. The ball comes out, though. He had the first down, and then the ball came out. Charles Woods was there to scoop it up. It's a turnover, and West Virginia comes up with the ball.
It's the second time in the red zone that the West Virginia defense.
We try that. And it worked. It was a nice gain. It'll be 2nd and 4. Mathis gets another carry, and he will get very close to a first down. Jack Gibbons, even Tony Mathis. So we'll see how many chances he gets tonight. Pressure right up the middle, and Daggy had no chance to get away. Wow, that happened fast.
Well, the other might get you.
That was quick. 2nd down and long. Daggy is going down right at the goal line.
Oh, man, this is a turnstile. They are not stopping anybody.
That was Boye Mafe. So Adamawa, the first sack, now Mafe.
Oh, and that was a no-hitter on that left side.
Out of there.
Now, here's the thing I don't like, though. You're snapping the ball 5 yards deep into the end zone.
They do give it to Tony Mathis, and Mathis stayed on his feet. That's an important few extra yards just to give the punt team a little breathing room. That was actually a really good run.
Getting a big win there.
Yeah, Auburn lost in Birmingham against Houston. Mississippi State, Mike Leach's team, got absolutely hammered by Texas Tech. Handoff on first down, and a nice move out into the open field. Man, the quickness of Bucky Irving on display there. He's got a very bright future ahead inside the 40 of the Mountaineers. And about 6. Morgan from the shotgun. Pressure got picked up very nicely by the big boys up front, and the delivery across the middle to Daniel Jackson. Very close. We'll see where they spot him. I think he got it, and he did. First down, Minnesota.
Yeah, good.
Irving where? To his right side. So they got lined up and they hand it to him. And he gets to that corner. Irving inside the 10 and gets walloped inside the 5. Hops right back up. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Golden Gophers. Could be the biggest touchdown in college football history. Maybe unofficially. He gets the ball straight ahead. And
oh man,
no signal yet. Touchdown.
Oh man,
that's what a bowl game's for.
Absolutely. You know, of the bowl season so far.
Now go back to doing what you do normally. And they are going to run a fake. And instead is going to run it in for the 2-point conversion. Well, your antenna goes up when it's a different holder in the game. He took the snap and just ran it right in on Thursday. All right, we'll see if West Virginia's offense can get it going. The throw across the middle, and that's Winston Wright Jr. for a 1st down gain.
Quickly, they've got to protect Dagey.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time, it doesn't seem like. Mathis, the delayed handoff, and Tony Mathis with a nice run along the sideline, and he stayed in bounds long enough to get, I think, another West Virginia 1st down. Yes.
Quarterback. So if your guys don't get open quickly, you don't get rid of the ball quickly, your quarterback's going to take a beating.
Dagey throws across the middle, and that's caught for another West Virginia 1st down, and even more inside the 30. The ball actually got popped down and came backwards a little bit. I think Sam James
hitting you know, do you come back? Do you go to transfer portal? You go to the league?
Mathis straight ahead, and that's a West Virginia 1st down. I don't know. I mean, there's going to be a lot of competition West Virginia's ever gotten. Plus, I mean, Garrett Green, who plays behind him, is talented. Will Crowder, a true freshman, also has done a good job on the scout team this year. Dagey toward the end zone into big coverage, knocked away, but here comes a penalty flag. Trying to hit Sam James, the flag thrown. Yesterday that he'll enter the NFL draft. This will be his final game with the Gophers. Another handoff. Mathis didn't get there.
Nope.
On 3rd and goal, this time Gibbons and company were there. It's 4th down, and now what does West Virginia do?
It's a lot of room to throw it down here.
And they are tightly bunched with an extra offensive lineman in there as well, and they are going to fake it. Dagey rolling out, trying to find somewhere to go with the ball. He'll run it, and he gets there. Touchdown. Jared Dagey just bought as much time as he could, finally ran out of time and thought the only chance I have is trying to get to that pylon.
He really didn't want to run that.
Formation, at least at the start, is lining up to go for it, and they'll throw it toward the end zone. Knocked away, incomplete. Jordan Howden ended up doing a nice job to knock that ball away. The West Virginia defense has a good opportunity here to get a stop on 3rd and long. Minnesota hands the ball off, so they're really playing. I don't want to say they weren't playing for the 1st down there, but Irving needed 16 yards. He didn't get close.
Rush for more than 100 yards, they win. Minnesota wants to keep them under 100 because they're 0-6 when that happens.
Play fake, and that one into traffic, and a great catch by Sam James. Somehow hung on to the football and took a huge hit. Was allowed to substitute. They got some new personnel on the field, showing some pressure on 3rd and 11, but they rush only 3. Dagey, even with that 3-man rush, is going to be sacked.
Yeah, can't happen.
He's going down.
Cannot happen.
In all of college football.
Well, you know, you can build it faster the right way when you get a little help with the portal.
Big hole here, and off to the races. Kai Thomas all the way down inside the 10. The big guy of the combo of freshman running back showed off some real speed.
Yeah, one cut and go. The right side of his line. Look at the big cutback lane they give him. They just push the defense right where they wanted to go. Thomas read it perfectly.
Shuffling along that line with their starting center out. Right now, Connor Olson has moved over to play center. Thomas in the game. Touchdown, Minnesota. After the 50-yard run, he took the next play off, caught his breath, comes right back in and punches it in.
I think there were 2 or 3 offensive linemen standing in the end zone. Wow.
Yeah, really good job, Connor Olson, Nathan Bowe, among others up front. Extra point is up. They actually kicked it this time, and good. 15-6. Coaches are willing to adjust to their players.
Yep.
Willing to adjust to the personnel they have. Jared Dagey will throw it right along that sideline, and the catch made by Bryce Ford Wheaton for a West Virginia first down. And they're going to push it forward and get the first down.
Good to see them get under center for those short yardage situations.
Yeah.
Their slot receivers on the safeties. That's where the money can be made.
This time, the four-man rush, who was picked up nicely. The completion across the middle, and a fumble. The ball's loose. It's still loose, and West Virginia came up with it. It was the running back, Tony Mathis, down the field. Smith. So it's third down now and 11. More pressure coming. Dagey gets hit as he throws this time, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Michael Dixon. The pressure forced that one, a turnover for West Virginia.
Yeah, just
coach Neil Brown. Minnesota ball, and they will hand the ball off. First play of the third quarter. Another big play on the ground. This time Irving, who goes down and can't believe it, into West Virginia territory, but he's thinking that should have been a bigger run and maybe all the way.
And watch the double team between 70 and 65, creating that lane, and then the great blocking by the receivers on the edge.
Run immediately, the Gophers into West Virginia territory, 1st and 10. And they'll pitch it back, a little flea flicker. Morgan, though, is pressured, and he's going to go down. So that time, the trick plays, which have worked for Minnesota in the 3rd and 20. Tight end came in motion and slipped. And they hand the ball off on 3rd and 20. And the running back, Kai Thomas, slips.
High school, Cal, Michigan State, Minnesota, Washington State.
Straight ahead, Johnson gets real close, and I think he got the first down. Boy, it's not all on the offensive line. There have been a few times where he has held on to it for way too long. 3rd and long here. Dagey holds on to it again and will go down. Another sack for the Gophers defense.
I don't think he recognized that there was a blitz that time. You know, and I also think that if you expanded the playoffs, that would probably help too.
Handoff on 2nd down, and a nice bounce run by Thomas. Kai Thomas gets upended, but that'll be another Minnesota first down on the ground.
He got to the edge.
He's close to that big. I don't think he's even quite that big, but close. Play clock winding down again. Minnesota just got it snapped, and good thing they did. The handoff to Irving. Irving into West Virginia territory inside the 40. Second and long. Morgan falls down, just out and out tripped. Now West Virginia is going to get credit. Dante Stills maybe on the board. Derek LeCaptain in the backfield. Morgan's going to throw to him short. He's got some room, and we'll get the sack yardage back plus a few down close to the 30, and that will give the Gophers a better chance.
There's been some pushback lately with other coaches saying, look, you know, you just can't rely on the book. You got to have some experience and some feel involved.
Trickett with the long try, and this one is good. Just a low line drive kick. You got the Stills family along the defensive line with their great West Virginia history. Dagey in the pocket will throw, and that one is completed, caught right on top of the turf by Reese Smith, who's been involved when we replay as much as we replay. But if you're going to do it, and I understand the reasons for doing it, do it the way this crew has done it. Mathis with the carry, and more good running from Tony Mathis.
Well, and I think to your point, sometimes
nobody else seems to listen to me when I talk about it, but I appreciate you giving me a little platform. Dagey across the middle got a lot of zip on that throw. That was well delivered to Sam James.
That might have been his best throw of the night.
Might have been. His performance And it has admittedly been up and down this year. You cannot question his toughness. He's going to take another hit here. Goes down. Tyler Newbin, who got hurt in the first half, back in the game with the sack.
Bring them from 7-10 yards off. Those guys come screening in, and so it's been a no contest.
Three-man rush this time. Dagey over the top, down the sideline, incomplete with some contact, trying to hit Bryce Ford Wheaton. Durr with the coverage and no penalty flag.
Well, wheezing.
It's 4th and 11. West Virginia's down 18-6. They're going for it. Dagey will throw deep again. Same play, same two out there, same result. Durr back-to-back plays, stymies West Virginia, and the Gophers get the ball back.
You know, you can have great.
Pressure comes up the middle. Morgan throws, and his receiver slipped, and the ball was intercepted. What a great play on the ball that was. Charles Woods.
And I don't think Woods saw that until the very last second. And you'll see Michael Brown-Stevens slip. Wow. But it looked like Woods didn't pick up the ball until the very last second. His eyes are on Michael Brown-Stevens. Then all of a sudden the ball comes into his.
Mountaineers came up with their second turnover from their defense, and another handoff. Johnson stumbles forward, but he got tackled. That was a nice play by Mariano Sori-Marin. Now it's 4th down. Will West Virginia go for it again?
Do they?
Tanner Morgan will hand it off straight ahead, and that's going to be a Minnesota first down.
Where did they go? Right back to that offensive line. A double team in. Look, he had Ohio State on the ropes the way he was playing in that opening week game.
Morgan faked it to Thomas, now throws, and the pass is caught. Now the West Virginia defender was saying no. He pulled the ball out. Ottman Bell finally has a catch tonight.
Need to get the ball back. They certainly can't give up points here. Not a touchdown.
Minnesota's played great defense all game, really all year. Thomas this time strung out. Dante Stills was there to help stuff that play. It's a loss with.
Oh yeah.
3rd and 6. Pressure comes. Dagey dumps it short, and a nice open field tackle. Mathis stopped well short of the first down. Isn't enough. An extra offensive lineman in for 3rd down and short. Irving the carry behind that big side of the line with the yard plus about 8 more into West Virginia territory. Part of the point from PJ Fleck is if it takes that to get everybody talking about him, let's do it. Thomas inside the 30 gets tackled. Minnesota first down. When the wedding will be.
Smart.
On 3rd down. Morgan keeps it. There goes Tanner Morgan, and he'll go into a slide to get the Minnesota first down, stay in bounds.
And go for it, but I think the use of the clock, PJ's trying to let it end without that happening.
Thomas to the 5 and inside the 5 on 2nd down. He'll get a first down for Minnesota. West Virginia now is going to use their final timeout. Look at that. That was a pretty cool moment right there. Some teammates who've been together for a long time. Their final seconds on a field together. They're can run around for a few seconds. Otherwise, maybe one more snap coming on the other side. Out of the timeout, Morgan is going to take a knee. Well, I think West Virginia was going to let him. And now they'll just let they have to stop it by rule. They have to stop it. It's a change of possession. Their quarterback Dagey stills along the defensive line.
Very curious to see what Dagey decides to do.
Final play from scrimmage here. West Virginia running the ball. They'll add a few yards to their total, but no more points. The Minnesota defense was just dominant tonight here in the desert. PJ Fleck will take the ice bath. And his Gophers get their 9th win of the season, 18-6. The final score, Minnesota with the win.
Tremendous game plan for Minnesota defensively. Great job. And then the freshman running backs behind that huge offensive line.